All right. Shalom, 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 shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praises, honor, and infinite glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, Rakakwadash, for giving us the spirit to do this lesson. Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, by Hashem, meaning in the name of Yahushai, being the name of Yahweh's only begotten Son, and our Lord and Savior, also who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, by Hashem Rakakwadash, meaning in the name of the Holy Spirit. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and shalom to the hopeful elect, which is scattered abroad to the four corners of the earth, which are you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. All right, like I always show at the beginning of these lessons, you know, if you see yourself on this 12 tribes chart, or you make up the 12 tribes of the children of Israel, all right, the true Israelites, you know, not the people, you know, over in the land of Israel, you know, claiming to be the children of the Lord, all right, because as we already stated many times, you know, those are imposters, all right? You know, they don't fit biblical prophecy, all right? They don't fit the curses of Deuteronomy chapter 28, all right? They never went on slave ships like Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68 says, all right? It says that the true children of Israel were going to Egypt again by the way of ships, all right? Egypt, the word Egypt is just synonymous for the word bondage or slavery, all right? You know, and those small hats, those 1948ers, they never went through that. You know, they never went through that. So that's strike one. You know, and then, you know, when you read the book of Ezekiel chapter 36, you know, it tells us that our land will be pretty much inhabited by Gentiles, all right? You know, those are Gentiles over in the land of Israel right now. The main two nations that's over there, you know, is Ishmael, all right? You know, so-called Arabs, all right? And the small hats, you know. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and get it. You know, like I always do at the beginning of these lessons, all right, just for edification purposes, for you newer brothers and you newer sisters, all right? Because unfortunately, in these last days, you still have a lot of our people walking around the earth believing that, you know, these 1948ers are the chosen people, and they're not.
A lot of
yeah, it's like, yeah, they even a lot of these so-called black Christians, they be like, oh, those are the chosen people.
Right, stop all that hate, because Esau just played a commercial.
Mm-hmm.
He said, oh, and they had used Eve as the forefront. They said, oh, well, we need to stop this. We need to stop this. The J word.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
We need to stop this small hats hate. And we need to stand against that.
Yep.
And this is actually a commercial.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
The propaganda that Esau is putting out now, man.
Yep.
Because this devil know he's being exposed, man.
Yeah, and that's exactly why this devil, you know, he's trying to ban the Bible, all right? Because, you know, after all these years, now you suddenly want to ban the Bible, right? You know, because you're talking about this, it teaches against the small hats and whatnot. You know, it says that the Ish people killed so-called Jesus. That's what they try to say. They trying to say that's the reason why they're trying to ban the Bible and whatnot. That's not the reason. You're trying to ban the Bible because you're realizing that, you know, brothers like us, we out here prophesying and teaching the true understanding of the Bible, and it's hurting you.
And people are waking up to your bullshit.
Exactly. You know, these elites, they know the scriptures to a certain extent. They know that, you know, once the elect wakes up, all right, that's the end of their empire and whatnot. They know that. You know, they know about 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and verse 9. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. So that's why they're trying to take the Bible away, because they know that we're waking up. But the damage is already done. You can't, you know, reverse things. All right, it is what it is. You just got to let it happen at this point. You just got to let it happen, you know. So this is Ezekiel chapter 36, and this lets you know that the people over in the land of Israel right now claim to be, you know, us. They're not. All right, they're not the children of the Lord. All right. So this is Ezekiel chapter 36 and verse 1, and it says, "Also, thou son of man, prophesy unto the mountains of Israel, and say, ye mountains of Israel, hear the word of the Lord." Verse 2, "Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, because the enemy has said against you, aha, even the ancient high places are ours in possession." All right. You know, so the enemy has pretty much taken the ancient high places, that land, all right, and made it his possession. All right. And who's the enemy? Let's continue to read. It says, "Therefore prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, because they have made you desolate and swallowed you up on every side, that ye might be a possession unto the residue of the heathen." All right, those people over there in the land of Israel right now, they're heathens. All right, you know, heathens being people outside the nation of Israel, all right? You know, your small hats, your Edomites, Ishmaelites, all right? Those are heathens, all right? And those are the people that's over in the land of Israel right now, all right? Let's continue. It says, and ye are taken up in the lips of talkers and are an infamy of the people. Verse 4, therefore ye mountains of Israel, hear the word of the Lord Yahweh. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh to the mountains and to the hills, to the rivers and to the valleys, to the desolate wastes, and to the cities that are forsaken, which became a prey and derision to the residue of the heathen that are round about. All right, so this is how you know this is talking about the land mass, all right? This is talking about the land of Israel. So that land over there has pretty much became a possession unto the residue of the heathen. And like I said, the main people that are there in that land right now are small hats, 1948ers, all right, Ish people, all right, and Ishmael, all right, which is the biblical nationality for Arabs, all right? You know, verse 5, it says, therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh, surely in the fire of my jealousy have I spoken against the residue of the heathen and against all Idomia, all right? Idomia is just another name for Edom, all right, Esau, all right? So that's how you know that those people over there claiming to be the people of the Lord, they're Edomites, all right? That's their true nationality. They're not Israelites, all right? You know, they're not the children of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. It says, which have appointed my land into their possession, with the joy of all their heart, with the spiteful minds to cast it out for a prey. All right, you know, so that's what happened. You know, the heathen Esau, Edom, they made that land their possession. All right, you know, but Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is going to set things back in order and cleanse that place. All right, because according to Ezekiel chapter 38, Ezekiel chapter 39 as well, I believe, you know, it talks about how that land is going to be made desolate as well. All right, you know, the Lord's going to cause Gog and Magog, which is Russia, to rise up against that land, all right, and destroy it, all right? You know, the same way that, you know, America, Babylon the Great is going to be destroyed, that land over there has to get cleansed as well. Only difference is that America is never going to be inhabited ever again. But over in the land of Israel, that land just has to be cleansed before we get there, all right? You know, the Lord, he's going to cleanse that land up by sending, you know, by using Russia to do what they got to do to that land, all right? But verse 7. No, what verse 6, Salakia. It says, prophesy therefore concerning the land of Israel, and say to the mountains, and to the hills, and to the rivers, and unto the valleys, thus saith the Lord, behold, I have spoken in my jealousy and in my fury, because ye have borne the shame of the heathen. Therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh, I have lifted up my hand, surely the heathen that are about you shall bear their shame. All right, and they're going to bear their shame. They're going to have to pay for, you know, polluting our land, all right, all the things they done, taking our land into their possession and all that, you know. Exactly, they're gonna have to pay for all that, because in small hats, they behind every single thing that you see, all right? You know, every single big establishment that you see around here, guess what? It's a small hat behind it.
Yep,
you know,
they own it.
Yeah, they own it. These
like
banks,
Commerce
banks right across the street, they own that.
Gold gyms.
Yeah, they own that.
The small hat on.
Yeah, exactly. You know, the rap industry, the music industry, they own that. You know, people,
so-called sports and entertainment industry,
they own it. Yeah, they own it. You know, and that's exactly why these devils, they're going to have to pay, because, you know, they've pretty much been exploiting our people for a very long time and whatnot. You know, they exploit our people by these, you know, the rap industry and all that. You know, they use rap music, which we call death music, all right? They use death music to pretty much, you know, help exterminate our people, or at least try to, all right? Because that's all death music is. You know, it's set up to pretty much lead you Israelites, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians down the wrong path, all right? You know, killing your brother, you know, all women walk around being, you know, proud, city girls and all that, so to speak, all right?
Cardi B,
yeah,
Sexy
exactly.
Red, because Sexy Red just came out. She said her cat stink.
Yeah,
is she proud about?
She proud about that. She got a whole makeup line, pretty much. I heard where one of her lipsticks is called gonorrhea. You know, like, come on now. And then our women, they go out and buy this stuff like it's cool. But see, like we said, you know,
they ain't got no shame in it.
They ain't got no shame. And at the end of the day, it's all a product of Salakia. It's a product of these small hats, all right? Because they're behind these things, all right? You know, these people, like these rappers that we see around here, they're set up. They're puppets. Your Sexy Red, she's a puppet. You know, your Drakes, he's a puppet.
Nicki Minaj,
it's a puppet. Exactly.
Lose,
yeah, NBA Youngboy, a puppet, because that's who these niggas out here look up to. NBA young
Lamar
boy.
is a
Yeah,
puppet.
You know he a puppet because this man has openly came out and said he knows he's an Israelite. You know, but in the same voice, you know, he's out here trying to mock Yahweh Shai.
Yep, there you go.
Exactly.
Because on that one in the MTV Awards, they showed him he was mocking Yahweh Shai, man.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he's trying to mock Yahweh Shai. He was on the. I think he was on the. No, he's walking on water.
Yep.
That's what he was doing. Kendrick Lamar, he's walking on water trying to act.
And then he was putting thorns and crown, and then he had the blood mocking Yahweh Shai, man.
Yeah, exactly. So hey, yeah, Kendrick Lamar, unless he repent, he gonna receive judgment too. You know what I'm saying? So, but point being, all these people, they're puppets. Right? All your favorite celebrities, they're puppets set up by these small hats.
And they had to sign their name in blood and do some demonic shit behind the scenes.
Yeah, they had to do some foul stuff. You know, some foul stuff. Whether it's been
drinking
blood, drinking blood. You know, having to sacrifice a loved one or getting bent over. You know, that's what they got to do. You know, but yeah, like the whole point. You know, yeah, they're puppets. You know, set up by these small hats, right? And this is why Yahweh Shai is ultimately finna do what he's finna do to these small hats, right? He's finna exterminate that land, cleanse that land, and whatnot, all right? And then ultimately the elites of these small hats, like your Rothschilds, because they're small hats as well, all right? They come from that lineage, all right? They're small hats. Why do you think that all these Rothschilds, they have biblical names, like Jacob's Rothschild, you know, David Rothschild, all right? Because they're small hats, all right?
And they let you know through their symbol. They got that that six-pointed star symbol, because you know that's satanic.
Yeah,
man.
exactly.
And why you think Israel used that symbol, man? Okay, that's why they don't want you reading Revelation 2:9, 3:9, because the Lord is exposing them.
Exactly.
And the prophets are exposing them as well, man. And I got that scripture going into, he was going into how they do sacrifices and all that. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 12 and verse 4. I'll say verse 3. For it was thy will to destroy by the hands of our fathers both those old inhabitants of thy land, whom thou hatest for doing most odious works of witchcraft and wicked sacrifices, and also those merciless murderers of children and devourers of man's flesh and the feast of blood. And see, that's what they were doing, man. See, going into what the brother was saying, these Rothschilds, these Rockefellers, man, that's what they would do, man. They would do witchcraft, they would do demonic rituals. That's why we was talking about in the industry when A$AP Rocky was doing that, was drawing that circle with the Baphomet pentagram. What do you think they're doing, man? They're worshiping Satan, man. They're doing Satanism on the left hand side, man. Why you think these children go missing, man? Who do you think is behind that, man? These small hats, man. These so-called Edomite devils, man. And also they play a role in these secret societies like the Freemasons, man. That's why millions of children go missing every year. You can look it up, man. Yeah. Why you think those children go missing every year and then they just snatch up kids, man? And you know what's sad? It was a video out. They had and see, Babylon accepts this fucking madness, man. So you know how they be people identified as so-called furies, like they'll be put on them.
Those furry.
Yep.
Yeah, it was like a costume or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was them. It was somebody. This was in Sacramento County. This was on the news. It was these people that identified as furies on TikTok around the children, and they were wearing Baphomet pentagrams on the damn on the suit, man. Yeah. And the sad part is they're defending them pedophiles, man. But America is supposed to be found off of good morals. What the hell is somebody that identifies a fury with Baphomet pentagrams every day around children, man? Because they want to grab up your children, man. That's what they want to do, man. That's what they do, man. They not only kill the children, but they torture the children. And they take their organs, man. It's called human brothels, man. Look it up, man. They take these children's organs, man. Not only do they torture them and sodomize them, but they take the children and organs and they sell it for profit, man. And see, this is the type of shit that goes on in Babylon, man. And then it's pushed out worldwide, man. that do as thou will Aleister Crowley mindset, man, because that's what he would do, man. In his book, he would sacrifice children, man, especially little boys, man. That's why they promote stuff like NAMBLA, North American Boy Love Association, man. And we know how sick that shit is, man. And turning men into women and women into men, and then brother, it was this thing. It had the alphabet, and it showed the P symbol, which stand for pedosexual. And see, this is what's pushed on here in America, man. It's just flat out wickedness, man. But it just goes to show you, you know, how wicked these devils are, man. Okay, and all your so-called, whether it's your famous celebrity or entertainer, they had to go through the small hat, man. And yes, they sacrificed, whether it was their loved one, whether it was a so-called friend, whether it was some random person. When you hear a person go missing, whether it was random, you can best believe a politician, a celebrity, an athlete, an entertainer, they were involved in those rituals along with the small hats. It's something called the Kabbalah. When like for example, when you see celebrities, they're wearing the red bracelet, like Ariana Grande, Madonna, Britney Spears, Rita Ora, even so-called Tucker Carlson. It's a religion called Kabbalah, and in the Kabbalah, they worship Baphomet, man, which is Satan, man. Okay, and that's the religion of the small hats, man. They tell you who they are, man.
And the thing about that is, you know, when it comes to like them doing these little sacrifices and whatnot, and you know, these traffickings and all that, what they do, they mainly searching for you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, because when you look at every year, who's the main ones that's coming up missing? Eve. All right, Eve is the main one that's coming up missing.
It's a lot of black women.
That's how it is. You know, you already know what they're doing. They're using it for organ harvesting, or you know, they're using it for sex trafficking. All right, and that's what they do. You know, and that's one of the reasons why, you know, this place has to get the judgment that it's gonna get. You know, the scriptures talk about how her sins have reached unto heaven. You know what I'm saying? These devils, they still doing things behind the scene unto this day. You know, let me see if I can get that.
I got another scripture.
God.
This is Psalms chapter 37, verses, I'll start at 12. The wicked plotteth against the just, and gnasheth upon him with his teeth. The Most High shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming. The wicked have drawn out the sword, and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and the needy, and to slay such as be of upright conversation. Their sword shall enter into their own heart, and their bows shall be broken. A little that a righteous man hath is better than the riches of the wicked. For the arms of the wicked shall be broken, but the Most High upholdeth the righteous. Verse 18. The Lord knoweth the days of the upright, and their inheritance shall be forever. They shall not be ashamed in the evil time, and in the days of famine they shall be satisfied, right? And that's what Esau is doing, man. He's plotting against the just, man. Which is us, man. Okay, the so-called blacks and Latinos and Native Americans that are keeping the laws and statutes and commandments to the best of your abilities and standing boldly against these small hats, man. And they hate that, man. That's why they're banning the Bible, man. That's why they're now they're coming down with great wrath on us, man. And at the end of the day, the Lord already knows what Esau is going to do. He knows everything they're going to do, man. He knew that the Lord is laughing like, I already knew what you devils were going to do, man. I'm going to destroy you devils anyway. Hey, I create all things, man. And the Lord is letting you know I did this, man. I kill, I make alive. You know, I create good and evil, but stay away from the evil and do good, man. And at the end, and see, when the time comes, man, the Lord Esau gonna be destroyed through his own weapons, man. And that sword, which is the modern day the missiles of the guns, the robot guns, man. And the Most High is gonna use that on them to destroy them, man. And once this World War III cracks, man, America gonna be destroyed, man.
For sure.
And you see the so-called military, they're through, man. You got fucking alphabet people, trans in the military. Of course, you got witchcraft in the military, and Satanism in the military, because of Satanism by Peter Gilmore. He admitted that majority of our members in the Church of Satan are police members in the military force, man. So who do you think is really running the so-called police and the so-called military, man? Why you think they're finna push martial law, man, and come at your door and come knocking at your door to kill you, man? They don't give a damn about you, but you people want to go fight out. You people want to go fight a fight that's not even yours, man. Because the brother was showing the Eve, she was like, I might as well sign up for the military. Do you even know what's behind the military?
Like,
you know, it's witchcraft and Satanism in the military.
And like even beyond that, you know, it's suicide, especially in these times that we're coming into, because, you know, like World War III, that's gonna be pretty much suicide for Esau, Edom, and his army. You know, because the scriptures talk about in 2nd Ezra chapter 13 that when Yahushua comes back, you know, the armies of this earth, they're going to be in the midst of fighting in World War III and whatnot. And then they're going to see Yahushua and the angels coming up in the sky, and they're going to realize, like, damn, we got a bigger problem. You know what I'm saying? You know, and they're going to try to fight against Yahushua, but they're going to fail miserably.
Yep. And then, on top of that, that's why they got these bunkers, man. Why you think majority of these devils got bunkers, man? Because they think they're going to escape, because it tells you in Revelation 6, man. Or was it? Yeah, I think it was Salaki. But Revelation 6, it tells you, man, how these devils, how the rich, how they're going to hide in bunkers, man. Okay, from the great day of the Most High, man. They're not going to escape the judgment of the Most High. The Lord gonna rip that shit up. He gonna just blast their ass, man. They're gonna be broken, man. And they're gonna all be destroyed, man. That's why these devils are mad, man. If you don't think these small hats, they got underground bunkers too, you best believe it. Donald Trump, Joe Biden, Bill Gates, all of them, Elon Musk, they all have underground bunkers, and they think they're gonna. And even these celebrities like Kanye West and Kardashian,
Rick Ross, talking about some.
Rick Ross.
Yeah, I still can't get over the fact how retarded that nigga is. He talking about some. I got a machine that makes water out of H2O. Like, nigga, water is H2O. What are you talking about? That's to show you, like, Jake don't know what's going on, man. Jake don't have a clue what's going on. You know, and bunkers, they ain't gonna help you. You know, because guess what? Those fishers are gonna be turning into hunters. Yep. Right.
And we're gonna be hunting after these devils,
exactly,
man. These
and then a lot of Israelites that you know, they may be in different countries and whatnot or whatever. They don't get destroyed here in America. The scriptures talk about how they're gonna be brought to the Lord. So that's why the scriptures say, you know, those who would not have me reign over them, bring them hither and slay before me. You know, the Lord, those that escape, that's not here, because all the wicked Israelites here in Babylon the Great, you know, 2/3 of our people, they're gonna be destroyed. Yep. But you still gonna have some in different countries and whatnot, you know, and they're gonna have to be brought hither, like, because some of them still gonna refuse to serve the Lord. I'm gonna get that in a second.
And then another thing that I forgot to break down. And then on top of that, because it talks about how the Lord is going to uphold the righteous, man. Mm-hmm. That's what he's doing, man. He's upholding us, man. Because at the end of the day, man, hey, man, we're living a good life, man. Because at the end of the day, we're doing to the best of our abilities, teaching this word to you so-called blacks and Latinos and Native Americans to wake up the lost sheep of the house of Israel, man, or in the Hebrew, Yasharala, man. God. Okay, and that's what we're out here doing, man. To wake up the Israelites, man. Because Kwam Yasharala, rise Israel, man. It's time for you Israelites to rise against these devils, man. Okay. Because we're tired of being in captivity, man.
And just to clarify, just to clarify, you know, because I don't want nobody, you know, listening or these damn devils, because they be listening to the videos. Going back to what the brother just said, yeah, you know, it's time for us to rise up spiritually. We ain't talking about, you know, rise up and get some weapons and come against these devils. No, we ain't talking about that.
We ain't saying,
you know, because like we want to make.
I know it's carnal. Yeah. You got carnal Israelites. You got idiots like vocab. He'll try to use that to try and go against this. But I'm not talking about that.
Because you know you got vocab Malone and a lot of these other devils. They listen to these videos and they try to catch a brother slipping and be like, "Ha, there, you heard that? He said you're gonna rise up and come against these devils."
Exactly.
We're not talking about that.
Right. We're not carnal. We're just teaching the Bible. That's all we're doing. We don't got guns.
You know, we're not out. We just men with Bibles and that's it. We just read the scriptures.
We're just reading the scriptures.
Right.
And then in that day, man, we're going to be satisfied, man, when that evil day comes. Because, see, when Esau rolls out this bee flu, or y'all know what I'm talking about, another pandemic, when that comes, man, we're going to be satisfied in that day, man. You people gonna be scared. I'm talking about you 2/3, you unbelievers. See, it's amazing how y'all was talking all that shit. It was amazing back in 2020, 2021. Y'all was scared, wearing your mask. We were satisfied in that day. We were actually excited in that day, man, because we know that the Lord is that the end is very, very close, man, and that this so-called America is going to be done away with, man. But see, when that evil day comes, we're going to be satisfied, man, because we know the Lord is coming back, man, to burn this place up, man.
Yep.
But you people are going to be scared. Y'all ain't going to have no food. Y'all ain't going to have no water. But the Lord said he going to have his men eat and drink. And we're gonna be happy, man. While y'all gonna be out scared, stuck in your homes, man, doing what Esau tell you to do. And very soon y'all gonna put that charagma and shove it up your damn skull, man. Because most of y'all don't even have a fucking brain to even begin with, man.
Like we always say, Lord willing, we be the elect. Because like when we say you 2/3, at the end of the day, we don't even know if we, are the elect either. We pray that we're not over 2/3, but yeah. I want to get 2nd Ezra chapter 13, going back to what we were talking about a few minutes ago. About you got different jakes, thinking about joining the army and all that, so on and so forth. That's suicide, because that's not going to be a winnable war when World War III pop off. Because during World War III, Yahushua is going to return, with the angels and whatnot, right? So this is 2nd Ezra chapter 13 and verse 1. It says, "And it came to pass after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night." All right, this is a vision that Ezra had. It says, "And lo, there arose a wind from the sea, that it moved all the ways thereof." Verse 3, "And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven." All right, that man that's waxing strong with the thousands of heavens. That's talking about Yahushua and the angels. All right. It says, "And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him." All right, because when Yahushua comes, he's going to crack the skies and whatnot. All right, so that's why I said all the things under him, is going to tremble. All right. Verse 4, it says, "And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth filleth when it filleth fire." All right. Verse 5, and it says, "And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea." All right. And it's not talking about a literal sea that Yahushua is going to come out of. Because when you read the book of Genesis, it talks about how the waters above the waters, roughly paraphrasing. All right. So it's talking about the sky. All right. Yahushua, he's coming, he's going to break the sky and whatnot. All right. That's why it says when he came out the sea. So Laki, where was that? Verse 5, yeah, verse 5 it says, verse 6, and it says, "But I beheld, and lo," so Laki. Yeah, verse 6 says, "But I beheld, and lo, there was," no, it says, "But I beheld, and lo, he graved himself a great mountain and flew upon it." All right, that great mountain that's being spoken of, it's not talking about a literal mountain. All right, it's talking about that so-called, the word of fathership, all right, so-called UFO, because that's how big, the chariot is going to be. All right, it's going to be so big, it looks like a huge mountain. All right, let's continue. In verse 7, it says, "But I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not." All right, so that's how big. You might want to heard that while the wind blowing. Yeah, verse 7, it says, "But I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven, but I could not." All right, so Edris is having a vision of this chariot, and it was so big that you could not see where it began or where it ended. All right, so when you a good example of that, is the movie called Independence Day. All right, if you haven't seen it, the movie with Will Smith. All right, I think it was made back in like 1999. Where pretty much America was invaded by a huge fathership and whatnot. All right, and when you see that scene, the UFO was so big you could not see the end of it or the beginning of it. So pretty much that's how it's going to be when Yahushua returns, with the fathership. All right, you're not going to be able to see where the chariot begins or where it ends, because it's going to be that big. It's going to cover the whole sky. All right, but let's continue. Verse 8. And it says, and after this I beheld, and lo, all that which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet durst fight. All right, so all the armies of the earth, they're going to see Yahweh shall return. All right, because like I said, Yahweh shall is going to return when World War III is popping off. All right, and the armies of this earth, they're going to see Yahweh shall. They're going to realize that they got a bigger problem. All right, but they're going to try to fight against Yahweh shall, and they're going to fail miserably.
It's not going to work.
It's not going to work. So, just to mention, that's why earlier it said there was a multitude of men from all the four winds of the heaven. Because when you read Joel chapter 3, it talks about how all the nations, they're going to be gathered together into the valley of Yahweh Shaphat. All right, that's during World War III. So all these nations, they're going to be gathered down into the valley of Yahweh Shaphat. Yahweh Shaphat means the valley of the Lord's judgment. All right, and during that time, Yahweh Shah is going to return. All right, and then these armies of the earth, they're going to realize that, hey, we got a bigger problem, and they're going to try to fight against Yahweh Shah, and they're going to fail miserably, and we're going to see that. Verse 9, it says, and lo, he saw the violence of the multitude that came. He neither lifted up his hand, nor held a sword, nor any instrument of war. Verse 10, but only I saw that he sent out of his mouth, as it had been a blast of fire, out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests. All right, verse 11 is the point. And it says, and they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitudes which were prepared to fight, and burned them up every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. All right, so when Ezra saw this vision of this great multitude being destroyed, he was afraid. All right, and this great multitude that's being destroyed, these are the armies of the earth, like I already mentioned. Earlier in this chapter, it talked about how men out of the four winds of the earth, meaning out of all countries, all over the earth, was gathered together. All right, Joel chapter 3 talks about that. The Lord's going to gather all nations to the valley of Yahweh Shaphat to plead with them. All right, so when Ezra seen this vision, he was afraid because he saw the destruction that the Lord is going to bring upon these armies. So going back to the initial point, you Israelites, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, it's not a wise thing for you to try to join these armies because that's suicide. All right, it's not your fight, number one, and then number two, this is not a fight that you're gonna win. America is not gonna win this fight. All right, this is gonna be a failed attempt to try to overthrow Yahweh Shai, and it's not gonna work. I believe I believe the book of Revelation chapter 18, it talks about that, if I'm not mistaken, where it talks about how the dragon and his armies, all right, or the dragon and his angels. Let me see if I can get that.
And you see, man, these devils, man, like we were saying, man, not only are they being exposed, man, but they're gonna get destroyed. And Esau knows his kingdom is over with, man. These celebrities, they're done with, man. This entertainment industry, all that shit is out the window. That's why they doing this virtual garbage, so they can convert y'all into this artificial intelligence world. Mainly to take that charagma, man. That's the main goal. That's what Esau wants to do. He wants to get that charagma inside your body, man. So now you're just a computer and you're a robot, man.
Yeah, we're gonna get into that as well because the recent news, Elon Musk and whatnot. He had his first patient that he had for the trial to get the brain chip, the chip manufactured. You know what I'm saying? It didn't work. It didn't work like they expected it to work. So that really just shows how it's gonna be when they make this chip, the MOTB mainstream. People gonna try to run and take it because they think they're going to be able to continue to operate in society. When you take it, it's ultimately going to cause more pain and suffering than it will to help you. Because the scriptures talk about those that take that mark, you're going to get a grievous sword. All right, I'm going to get that as well. But before I get into that, I just want to add on to what I was reading about in 2nd Ezra chapter 13. This is Revelation chapter 12 and verse 7. This is pretty much talking about the same thing, you know, when Yahweh shall return, Esau and his armies are going to try to fight against Yahweh Shai. All right. So this is Revelation chapter 12 and verse 7. And it says, and there was a war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels. All right. And a precept to go along with that is Daniel chapter 7 and 1. All right. Because the scriptures talk about how Jacob's trouble is going to be so bad that it's going to have to be divine intervention. Daniel, the archangel, you know, is going to have to come back, you know, and defend the children of Israel. All right.
Oh, you meant Daniel 12?
Yeah, Daniel 12, Salaki. Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, I had said Daniel 7, but I meant Daniel 12 and 1.
Okay.
Con. So this is Daniel chapter 12 and verse 1. And it says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as was never since there was a nation, even unto that time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that should be found written in the book. All right, so things are going to be so bad that Michael, the archangel, he's going to have to come back, you know, and defend the children of Israel, all right? That's called divine intervention. So going back to what we just read in Revelation chapter 12, you know, it talks about how, matter of fact, let me just get it. Yeah, Revelation chapter 12 and verse 7. It says, and there was a war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, all right? Like we just read about in Daniel chapter 12, all right? Michael, he's going to have to come back and defend the children of Israel. It says, and the dragon fought and his angels, all right? The dragon representing Esau and his armies and whatnot, all right? Because like the brother was mentioning earlier, Esau, you know, not only you're gonna have World War III popping off, these armies, they're gonna have to fight, they're gonna try to fight against Yahweh Shai, but also the scriptures talk about how in Revelation chapter 12 verse 12 the devil, he's gonna come down with great wrath. So that's why Michael, the archangel, he's gonna have to come and defend the children of Israel, because this devil, he's coming with great wrath. All right.
And it goes through the seed of the Canaanites. The Canaanite seed, man. And Esau on his left-handed side, man, and them Canaanites, man, they got their army just like Yahweh Shai got his army. But Yahweh Shai's army is going to easily defeat these devils, man. They ain't got nothing against us, like the brother was saying. And I got a precept, you know, in Revelation 16, but
yeah, let me finish these next two verses. Then you can get that. It says, and prevailed not, neither was their place found anymore. All right, so the dragon and his angels, they tried to fight against Yahweh Shai, but they prevailed not. Same thing that we read about 2nd Ezra chapter 13. These armies of the earth, they're going to try to fight against Yahweh Shai, but they're going to fail miserably. Another point showing you that you Israelites don't need to be in this devil's army, all right, because it's suicide. Verse 9, and it says, and that great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil, and Satan, which deceived the whole world, he was cast out into the earth, and his angels was cast out with him. All right.
See, that deceived the whole world, man. That's why people are caught up in Babylon. Okay, Esau Edom talking about the so-called white man, and his left-handed side, a spiritual Satan, man. They deceived the whole world, man. Why you think these people are so caught up in these celebrities? Why you think they're so caught up in money, getting that so-called education? Because Esau deceived them to do those things, man. Don't even realize all that is Satanism and witchcraft, man. That's why they got our people bowing down to these celebrities like they're gods, man. These celebrities are casting satanic, demonic spells on them, man. And y'all don't even know it, man. Y'all been deceived, man, through television programming, man. It's real. Television is really witchcraft, right? Because one person explained they're telling the vision when you change the channel, like you're channeling spirits, man. But see, it's witchcraft, man.
Yeah, and that's why a lot of times these different shows and movies are called programs, because they're programming you to think a certain way or believe a certain way. You know, that's why they're called programs.
Exactly, and that's why they were promoting shows like you know, when you was watching, you know, shows like Simpsons and all that, you thought it was a good show, but then they were promoting Moism, and they kept beating it down your head to thinking, well, oh, now it's okay because you've been programmed so much to think that's okay, and now you're going out to the world doing it because you think it's okay. That do as thou wilt mindset. Now they're gonna promote to you shows like Lucifer, and notice they showed a white guy. And the show called Lucifer. Notice it's a white guy, man. That it lets you know that he's the so-called damn devil.
That's how you know. That's how you know these elites know who the devil really is, because notice they never portray Jake being Satan. They never portray Jake being a devil because they know Jake is ultimately the righteous seed, and the devil, Esau, Edom, he's the devil. That's why they always portray a so-called white man to be the devil. These at least know what's going on. So that was pretty much that on what you had.
Oh yeah, I got some. Before I get Revelation 16, I got Daniel 12 and 10.
Kind.
This is Yeah. And this is Daniel chapter 12 and verse 10. Many shall be purified and made white and tried, but the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand. So guess what, man? We're gonna get tried through the fire, man. But hey, the Lord is gonna be with us, man. So no matter whether you're gonna have to get beheaded, man, and get tried, man, Esau gonna come down with great wrath. He gonna throw you in the guillotines, and you might have to get your head chopped off. But at the end of the day, you got the kingdom of at heaven, man, because this is a spiritual war. And see, the wicked, notice the Lord said the wicked was talking about these 2/3. They're not going to understand what's going on, man. They're too focused on fucking celebrities like the brother was saying, like, Sexy Red and Drake and them, man. They can't understand the basics, man, because the Lord didn't want them to get it. They're going to continue being wicked, man. They're going to continue worshiping these false idols. They're going to continue doing stuff that's against the Most High because Esau programmed them to. They're gonna continue being moles and lesbians and feminists and Satanists and witches, man, because that's what they promote here in America as the new norm to these people, man. They're gonna continue to worship false gods and other gods and idols that the Lord told us not to do, man.
God. Yup.
Matter of fact, I got that.
And then just to add on to what you said with that scripture, where it talked about how many shall be made white. That's going on right now through the scriptures. A lot you see. That's why you see all these all our brothers and sisters waking up. Different Israelites waking up in these last days, turning back to the Lord, keeping the laws, statutes, commandments to the best of their ability. Right? We're being made white through the scriptures and whatnot. That's how we're being made white. That's why the scriptures went on to say, but the wicked shall not understand. They're not being made white through the scriptures. They don't get it.
And they don't understand the scriptures. That's why they say the Bible is fake.
Yeah.
It's tampered with. The Bible was created by Freemasons. That's because the Lord ain't give it to them, man. They're too stupid, man.
Yep.
And the Lord made them for this world, man. Like the scriptures say in Ezra, man. The Lord made this world for many, but the world to come for very few.
Yep.
Notice he said very few, man. Okay, so they obviously getting to the kingdom of heaven. It's not for everybody, like these so-called Christians say, man. It's only for a very few people, man. It's only for a remnant. It's for an elect, man. The Lord has his elect chosen, man. Okay, if the Lord wanted you in this thing, he would have you in this thing. If he didn't want you, he would have you in this world bugged out like these people are. That's why these people, that's why they hate. They don't even want these people today. They don't even want to hear the Bible, man. They don't care, let alone hear that they're the chosen people. They don't want to even hear the Bible, man. They hate the Bible. They're like, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. But then want to wait till the last minute when Esau rolls out this bee flu, because me and the brother, we was talking, and now Esau came out with an article saying 1 in 4 Americans can catch the bee flu now and die from it. And they say that's gonna be the next pandemic. And the HWO chief signed a treaty saying that they're gonna lock down here in Babylon. So they're signing this treaty, getting this treaty done right now, man. So you can best believe, man, not only is the famine of the word gonna happen, there's gonna be another pandemic, man. They're going to lock down again, man.
Yeah, even we gotta, like we always say, we gotta use code words for these when we talk about these so-called elites and whatnot, these people that sit in high places. Even Cotton Swab, you should already know who I'm talking about when I say, pretty much the head director of the the HWO. I gotta say it that way, the HWO.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Or the double thing.
The OHW. I put it that way. I say it backwards. Yeah, I say it backwards. Yeah. He pretty much it was like a couple years ago. He's pretty much saying it's gonna be something worse than what you've seen happen in 2020. And you should already know what I'm talking about. I ain't gotta say the name.
Yep.
But you should already know what I'm talking about. He said it's gonna be something worse. And he mentioned, you know,
People ain't gonna be prepared.
he said people ain't gonna be prepared, and he said it could be a EMP, all right,
Yep.
electromagnetic pulse bomb and
And
whatnot.
Salaki, I forgot to talk about that. And about the EMP, you know, the brother was going into how they can have the solar panel, man.
Yeah.
Because if Esau rolls out this so-called solar panel, man, Esau could easily shut that EMP down, man. And most of these people, they can't even go, let alone 2 hours without food, man.
God.
So just imagine with no lights, where you can't see nothing, you can't get no food or nothing. These people are gonna be dropping like flies, man.
God.
And then on top of that, Esau got all this tech, not like the 5 and 6G towers, man. That's fucking people's brains up, man. And that's also gonna have a huge effect on people too, man.
Cause yesterday, Salaki, I just want to mention what happened yesterday.
Huh.
Yesterday, like in the news, they was talking about like it was gonna be like this major solar flare and whatnot, and it had the potential to knock out, you know, communication, you know, electricity, all that, so on and so forth. You know, so you know we got to keep stuff like that in mind, because what could happen, you know, Esau he could paint the narrative and say, oh, it was a solar flare that did this. The whole time it was really an EMP or something like that. You know, that really shut down the grid and all that. Esau, he'll do stuff like that. He'll blame it on something else, but he's the one that's really behind it. You know, but nevertheless, you know, it's gonna come a time where, you know, this grid is gonna be shut down. You know, and they know it. That's why Cotton Swab mentioned that, you know, in that video that came out like a couple years ago, where he's talking about how, you know, an EMP, you know, will be far worse than, you know, the 2020 situation.
Yep, or a cyber attack.
Yeah, it was a cyber attack, yeah. Pretty much the same thing in a nutshell. It might be slightly different, but a cyber attack and an EMP, it can ultimately cause the same type of damage. You know, it could cause the grid to go down. You know, it could cause hospitals to not be able to function. And speaking on that, there was cyber attacks on hospitals recently. You know, it was just recently cyber attacks on hospitals. Hospitals that wasn't able to operate the way that they normally operate, so on and so forth. So that just shows you how things are ultimately going to be when this grid goes down, all right? You know, society is not going to be able to function, you know, the way that it functions right now. So that's why it's ultimately important, you know, to repent, because those that don't repent, you know, they're going to get caught out here, you know, when this grid goes down, all right? Those that don't repent, they're going to be the ones that's hungry, you know, walking around the earth looking for their next meal.
Yep, and y'all gonna be the main ones scared, man. Because in that day, we gonna be happy, man. We're gonna rejoice, man, that yes, this pandemic is happening. While y'all gonna be out scared. Like, why y'all so happy that this stuff is going on? People are dying out here, and people are getting raped and taken. My family is dropping dead. That's because the Lord is dealing with us, man. The Lord, we told you that this was going to happen, man. See, the Lord put that spirit on us, man. To be happy that this was going to take place, man. You should be happy that America is going to be destroyed, man, and the kingdom of heaven is to come, man. You should be happy about that, man. But no, these people want to live it up here in fucking in America and think everything is still hunky-dory and wonderful, man, when it's not, man. Because when Esau gets rid of this dollar on you proud ass people here, man, y'all ain't gonna be happy, man. When Esau gets rid of the dollar, man, then y'all gonna try and figure out, well, damn, what should I do now? And Esau gonna tell you, take that karagma. All you gotta do is take that karagma. All y'all gonna be lining up. Y'all gonna be all, oh yeah, man. I need to get this, man, to cause man, I'm trying to live it up, man. Man, I'm trying to keep my car, man, my job. I'm trying to hang out, you know, with my boys, man. I gotta get this karagma in me, man. Y'all gonna all be lining up just like this, man. And Esau gonna be putting it one by one, man. And that just goes to show you that the Lord ain't dealing with y'all.
Like
y'all ain't got nothing to do with these scriptures. Y'all ain't got nothing to do with the Most High. You're no different than the wicked, man.
And then, like I mentioned earlier, if you take that chip, you know, the scriptures tell you that you're gonna get like this grievous sword. And I'm gonna get that in a second. But I want to touch on something that you just mentioned a minute ago. You know, you have a lot of people that wonder, like, you know, why do we wish for these things to happen? You know, why do we rejoice when we see that, you know, America is crumbling and all that? You know, why ain't we sad? You know, why aren't we mad? And this, that, and other. You know, the scriptures say that it's better is the end of a thing than it is for a beginning. Let me get that.
And I got one.
Kind.
This is you people out there that are tapping into, worshiping these false idols, these gods, or these other nations. This is what the Lord said. This is Psalms chapter 96 and verse 4. For the Most High is great and greatly to be praised. He is to be feared above all gods. For all the gods of the nations are idols, but the Most High made the heavens. Okay, so the Lord is to be feared, man. You shouldn't be worshiping and serving these other gods, man, because the first commandment says not to worship any other false idols. And going into those heathen nations, okay, like for example the so-called Moabite. What is their idol? The so-called Buddha statue, man. Or the so-called East Indian. What's their idol god? The so-called Shiva statue. What's the Ishmaelite god that they worship, or that cube, that Saturn cube, which really is Satan? What is their the Salaki? It's the it's that cube.
Yeah, it's like that black rock over
it's
in Mecca.
Like that. Yeah, that black rock.
Yeah, that black rock actually
Mecca.
It goes back to Saturn and whatnot. That's what that whole bowing down to that rock in Mecca, it goes back to Saturn worship. That's why we be telling a lot of you Israelites that like to get into Islam and all that.
Yep.
Get out of that shit, man.
And what's the so-called white man's god? Baphomet. See all these heathen nations, they have or white Jeebus as you would call it.
Mm-hmm.
The so-called the rose, the Mary statue, man. That's an idol, man. Okay, that's a graven image, because you'll have Jake scoffing and say, oh well y'all got, because I was showing a picture of Yahweh Shai. They said, oh, that's a graven image, brother. I'm not, that's not a graven image, because the scriptures tell you in Revelation that he was a black man. So how is that a graven image? We're not bowing down to the picture. We're just showing you a depiction that he's a black man.
And this just show you, like, it's like, I just want to touch on that. I think I'm gonna make a whole separate video on that eventually, but a lot of you Israelites, even in the truth, they'll claim to be in the truth, you don't have understanding of words whatsoever. All right, that's why it's important to go into the original definition of words, because the word graven, it literally means a thing that's carved. All right, so when it comes to like these different pictures that brothers make, all right, whether it be from AI or whatever way that brothers make their pictures, how is that a graven image? What you got to understand, even back in the ancient times, we had depictions. Where do you think the Russian icons come from? Is that a graven image? No, it's not. It's just a depiction of what our forefathers ultimately, looked like back then. All right, a graven image is something like a statue. If you want to be more accurate, a graven image, would be technically something like the Statue of Liberty. If you want to be real, that would be considered a graven image.
Exactly.
Or Buddha.
Or like the obelisk.
Yeah, or the
That's
obelisk.
A graven
yeah,
image,
or obelisk. Like Buddha.
Yep.
Even when you go to the
Shiva.
Yeah.
Those are graven images. And you know what's amazing, brother? Them the same ones that are defending the so-called white man, them so-called graven images.
Yeah.
That white Mary thing, that's a graven image, Jake. And you defending that shit.
Yep.
But here it is, you're saying just the depiction of Yahweh Shai. It's not a carved image, man. It's a depiction of who he is, and y'all don't even know what's going on, man. Y'all just talking, y'all just saying any old damn thing.
Yeah, they don't get it. They don't look up words. This is the problem. And then, like, even just to make a more clearer point, dealing with the situation where Daniel, he was thrown into the lion's den because he wouldn't worship those images or whatever. He wouldn't bow down to those images that particular king had set up. The scriptures say that those were images. It wasn't like a literal image, like you take a picture or something like that. It was like a literal statue. All right, and Daniel, he wouldn't worship those statues.
Nope.
What is it, Baal and the dragon?
Yep, Baal, Molten.
Yeah, Baal and the dragon. He wouldn't bow down to those statues. All right, those were literal statues. It wasn't like a literal image. So that lets you know what images mean according to the scriptures. It's not talking about an image where you're a painting or something like that.
Exactly.
Or what brothers have now, like these different AI created images, because a lot of you Israelites be walking around the earth bent out of shape, mad because brothers like to depict, or create depictions of what Yahweh Shai would look like.
Exactly. And them be the same one. They ain't out teaching.
A bunch of sideline cheerleaders and
exactly.
whatnot. You ain't doing a thing for this ministry.
And the Lord gonna get you.
Yeah, exactly. Like, if you look, I've been saying this. Like, if you ain't doing the work, if you ain't doing anything for the ministry, if you ain't even at least making videos, just keep your mouth shut, like literally. Cause like if you ain't doing anything, like the Lord, he really don't care what you got to say. All right, he don't care about what you got to say. You know what I'm saying? You are being a sideline cheerleader, a sideline critic, you know, talking about brothers shouldn't be doing this and brothers shouldn't be doing that. Who gives a hell what you think? All right, get out there in the streets and do the work. Then maybe we'll have a, maybe we'll listen to what you got to say. All right, and that's not to be proud, but it's just the honest truth. If you're a man, you're supposed to be doing something. All right, not being a damn sideline critic. You know.
And then going into them graven image idols. It's this statue. That statue in Rome. It's like it got like that. It's like the yellow. It's like some yellow looking demon looking thing, and it got his 3 eyes like. And see that's them idol, them pagan satanic gods that Esau Edom they be worshiping. Going back to the Romans, man. And I got that scripture going into how Esau gonna have his army, Esau Edom spirit Satan gonna have his army.
Yeah, we talking about the one I already read, right?
Oh no, it's a different one. It's Revelation 16 and
yeah. But before you get there, I just want to bring something out, dealing with the gods of the nations and all that. Because the scriptures say that all these other nations, they got their own so-called God, but they're considered dumb idols. You know what I'm saying?
They ain't shit.
They ain't nothing. That's why you Israelites, you need to understand the origins behind a lot of the things that you look up to, like Islam and Christianity and
Buddhism.
Yeah, Buddhism. And,
Cause you got it. Cause I've been seeing a lot of jakes and Eves with Buddha and like Shiva statues in their houses, man.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck?
Yeah, that Shiva statue, they go back to not Ishmaelites, the Elamites.
Yeah, them Elamites.
Yeah, Elamites, the East Indians, the ones that had a little dot in the middle of their forehead.
And they be the main ones doing that yoga and that new age, that new age that they're trying to push out to the people.
Yep. So this is Psalms chapter 96 and verse 5. It says, for all the gods of the nations.
Oh yeah, I read that.
For all the gods of the nations are idols, but the Lord made the heavens. All right. So every single nation that you look at, Moab, so-called Chinese, Japanese, that's Ammonites. That's the Ammonites. All right. Hamites, they got their own so-called gods.
Yep.
Ishmael, they got their own so-called gods.
I think the Orisha, like the woman god.
Yeah.
Oshun.
Yeah, Oshun.
I think
Oshun. I think that's a Hamite god. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even
I forgot about the East. I forgot about the so-called Hamites.
Yeah, Hamites. They got so many different so-called gods. Oshun, Ogun. You got because then even going down to Egyptology, because
them Egyptology,
they are Hamites.
That's what the obelisk is. That's why they got the Ankh, like the Ankh, for example. They got like the Eye of Ra, which is the all-seeing eye on the back of your dollar bill. But see, these are the idols and gods that they look up to, or the Ptah,
Osiris and all that.
Osiris.
Basset.
The Ptah. You know what I mean?
Ptah.
That's what they have at the Golden Globes. They be having that. Ptah.
Yeah, you talking about I think the Oscars. I think where he had a little statue when he doing like that.
Anubis.
Yeah, Anubis. Yeah, Anubis. Yeah, those are the gods of the other nations and whatnot. Every single nation has their own gods that they look up to, but at the end of the day, they're dumb idols. That's why the scriptures say that the scriptures say that we was once Gentiles carried away to these dumb idols where we were scattered. Right? Because we all over the earth. Matter of fact, let me just get that for edification purposes.
During the time when Joshua died, that's when the Israelites, they went back to worshiping the other idols again, during the time when Joshua died.
Yeah,
and the Most High, he was pissed, man. For worshiping them other gods, man. And see you women and you men that are tapping into this conscious community, or you women that are so-called spiritual, Umar and a polite young Pharaoh, man. The Lord gonna destroy y'all.
Man,
y'all are just bugged the fuck out. Because it was this Jake brother, so you know how they be calling their woman goddess or goddesses?
Yeah.
The so-called this Jake, he was into the the chakras, because I think he a warlock.
Yeah.
But
I think I might know who you're talking about.
And he
got on Instagram.
Yeah, he got cut because it's quote unquote goddess. A so-called. See, like I said, man, y'all not only need to leave that new age crap alone, y'all need to leave these so-called spiritual women alone, man. 'Cause they're demons, man. You know what I'm saying? They got demons on them. They're psycho, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like you might look at her and then you'll think, oh, she's beautiful, and then she'll tell you, oh, she's spiritual.
Yeah, man. You gotta clarify what you mean by spiritual.
Exactly. What do you mean? Do you believe in the Bible?
Yeah.
What do you mean? They'll be like, oh, I'm not into that Bible stuff. I'm into the the zodiac
Right, the
signs, the
Kundalini.
tarot card. Yep, the Kundalini,
Yeah.
the yoga. The worshiping of crystals,
Yeah.
and they be having these like we was going into them guys. Like they be having Osiris, Anubis. They be having all them demonic carved idols in their damn room. And then you look at and then they'll show you their crazy side. Damn near try to kill you.
Yeah, you got to be careful. Like
you got to be careful.
It's like I know brothers like even the elder. I believe I think he'd be out there with Yasha Wamba, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, which one?
GMS Lions in Rome.
Lions in Rome?
Yeah, I think they in
DC?
I could be tripping. I forget where that brother is located. But let me show you right quick. GMS in Rome, Lions on Fire.
Oh yeah. I think is he in Rome?
No, he ain't in Rome now.
Oh, I thought because I'm thinking he was in Rome.
No, because America is pretty much America's
so
basically like Rome 2.0. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure that's why he named his channel.
Okay, I see why he did that. Okay.
Yeah, but
so he in the Dallas.
Yeah,
Dallas
I believe so.
Yeah.
But it's like about a year or so ago, he pretty much did a video about how it was. I think they was Northern Kingdom Egypt, and he's pretty much talking about how there's witches on the low. It was like
I think I heard about that video. Yeah. He was talking about how she put hair. Or something.
That video. Yeah,
I know what
it was her. It was her and her mother.
Yep.
And they was both witches and whatnot. He's pretty much talking about how they tried to do some witchcraft on him and whatnot. Like I forget how the whole situation went down, but
I think he was in the bathroom.
Yeah, he was in the bathroom and he seen like some hair.
Yep.
And he's like, how'd that get there? He's like, why is all these just like one strands of hair just all over the place? You know what I'm saying? And there's something that a lot of these different spiritual women they be into.
And you brothers got to be careful, man, of who you deal with.
Yeah, you got to be careful.
Same with you, sincere sisters. You got to be careful with these men you deal with, because they be into that warlock stuff too, man. Like you was talking about Umar Johnson, man.
Yeah.
Because I had Umar said, but I'm gonna build a school because I said, all right then, because you claimed that you was gonna build your school in 20 years, you still haven't built your school. When you gonna do that? He said, I'm gonna have the school done in Delaware, brother, by the fall, he said by the fall of 2024, which we know he lying.
Man, that man is just selling. He's
lying, man.
He's selling dreams.
He's a warlock, just scamming people.
Yeah,
that's all Umar is doing. He's putting spells on y'all and taking y'all money, man. Y'all are dumb enough and gullible enough to do that, man.
And that reminds me of something it's no different from the ICGJC, the so-called God sent comforter, Tazadakia, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he dead now. Apparently he died from the 2020 situation and whatnot. But he's walking around the earth proud as hell, claiming to be the God sent comforter. And one thing that he was preaching and teaching about, back then, he's talking about how he's gonna build like this mega church and whatnot, like a big cathedral. He's telling people that dream and whatnot. But he never built it. The same way that Dr. Umar is doing to these people right now in the so-called consciousness.
Now he's talking about the FDMG. Okay, he's into that bugged out Egyptology, like we were talking about. That Egyptian mystery Babylon religions, man. Okay, and see, that's what they're teaching, man. And then I got that scripture, going into the armies and stuff. And this is Revelation chapter 16. And I'll start at verse 11. And blaspheme Salaki. I'll start at verse 10. And the fifth angel poured out his vial upon the seat of the beast, and his kingdom was full of darkness, and they gnawed their tongues for pain, and blasphemed the Most High of heaven because of their pains and their sores, and repented not of their deeds. And the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates, and the water thereof was dried up, that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared. And I saw three unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, and out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet. For they are the spirit of devils, working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world, to gather them to the battle of the great day of the Most High Almighty, man. So you got to understand, man. Now, yes, this is talking about Esau Edom, but you got to understand that Esau Edom deals with the left side, man, or the left hand side, or as they call it, the left hand path. You know, them demons, man. Oh, okay, spiritual Satan demons, but that's on the left hand side. And see, when you read in the book of Exodus where it talks about Moses, and you know how he had because the Most High, and you know, they were trying to deliver their people out of Egypt, and then Pharaoh had his people, and you know, they had their so-called magicians and their wizards and witches.
Yeah, like that one situation where Moses, he had went to Pharaoh. He pretty much, he cast down his staff.
Yeah, he capped down his snake.
Yeah.
He ate his snake.
Yeah.
And them wizards and warlocks, they tried to use their magic.
Yeah, they tried to do the same thing.
Their witchcrafts. Yeah. Like they were just and see, and these same spirits are doing that today, man.
Yeah, they still doing that.
And they are putting out a demonic energy out onto these people, man. But see, that's Esau Edom, man.
Yeah, it is.
And they are of the Antichrist, man. And they are against the children of Israel, man. The people that are keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments, man. They're trying to fight a war against us, man. Because it's not going to work, man. You know? Because, hey, man, we got Yahweh. You got Yahweh Shai and the angels, man. These devils can't do nothing against us, man. But see, that's why when you go into them ancient mystery religions like Freemasonry or the Kabbalah, that's why they practice, you know, that left hand side, you know, stuff like Baphomet, and they summon demons on the left hand side to go forth doing their satanic stuff, man. Yep. And they have completely deceived the people, man. Completely, man. That's why these secret societies got these people in darkness, man. Yep. And because these people have never read because our people that are 2/3, man, they're in the dark, man. They haven't. That's why they haven't read this Bible, man. Because I guarantee you, if they knew who they are, man, they read this Bible, it would completely change their life, man. And they would have they would have a different mindset, man. Because man, when I first got into this truth, man, at 8 years old, man, my life completely changed. When I knew who I was, when I got into the scriptures, I completely seen a different world. You might not be able to see it, but you can feel it, man. Like you could actually feel it. Yeah. And it's like
you start seeing things.
You start seeing things differently.
Yeah, you start seeing things differently. You know, like I say a lot of times, like before the truth, you know, we see things on a 2-dimensional level, but then when you come into the truth, you start looking at things on a 3-dimensional level. You know, meaning you start looking at things more spiritually and whatnot. You know, instead of just looking at it on a surface level. You know, you start seeing, like, you know, the spirits that be on people and all that. Like, that person got a whole demon on.
And they got these people got tons of demons.
Yeah, you start seeing it.
A woman, she killed. She said she told she told her little kid, and it was in New York, mom. She said, "I'm gonna kill your dad," and then she killed her. She killed her dad.
That was during the time of the eclipse, wasn't it?
Oh no, this is recent. This is
okay.
like right now, man. And you see that them spirits are going out. That's why they got served, man. Why you think they got that Shiva statue, man? Where they summon them so-called demons, man? Why you think they got these secret societies like Theosophical Society pushing this satanic new age, man? Because they get their stuff from the left-handed side of Satan, man, and his spiritual demons, man. Yep. And they're pushing this new age. They're trying to tell you that you should embrace the darkness, that you should embrace Satan as a good person. When we know damn well Satan ain't nowhere near that, man. And the so-called white man is the damn devil, man. But they tell you the complete opposite, man. As a matter of fact, I got a scripture for that.
Yes. What verse did you start at?
I started 13. Well, no, I started 11. Revelation 16:11.
Yeah, I want to jump up because that's the same chapter I want to go to. Because, we're talking about that grievous sword that's gonna come upon those.
That's the one you were talking about.
That's like in
all you people that end up taking that CHIP, man, y'all gonna get that grievous.
Yeah, because like we was talking about earlier, you know, they had that Elon Musk. He had his first human trial. Salakia. Yeah, he had his first human trial for the his Neuralink. All right, you know, he put this little chip in the man's head to try to help him be able to move his limbs again and whatnot.
I can
read
that for you.
Yeah, kind of.
So let me see.
It says start at verse 1.
Verse 1?
Yeah, I think it's verse 1 and 2.
And this is Revelation 16, verse 1. And I heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the 7 angels, go your ways and pour out the vials of the wrath of the Most High upon the earth. And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth. And there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worshipped his image. And the second angel poured out his vial upon the sea, and it became as blood of a dead man.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just really verses 1 and 2. But as you see, you know, those that get that mark, they're gonna get a noisome, grievous sore. All right, you know, and that I want to bring that out because, you know, like we were speaking about, you know, with the whole Neuralink, the Elon Musk situation, you know, that chip that he implanted in that man's head, you know, it malfunctioned. All right, so fast forward to the times that we're coming into, you know, in the near future when they mandate this RFID CHIP. All right, people gonna take it and think they're doing something good, or it's gonna make my life better. You know, I'm gonna be able to buy and sell, you know, this, that, and another. You know, but whole time it's really gonna make your life a lot worse because, you know, before you get destroyed, because anybody got that mark, they're gonna be destroyed in the lake of fire. All right, but before that, you're gonna get a grievous sore, like we just read. All right, you know, so yeah, you know, you're gonna get that chip, but it's basically gonna malfunction to the point you're gonna get a grievous sore. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, do not take that chip. You know, do not take that chip. And it's indeed the MOTB is indeed the chip. All right, don't listen to what all these other groups are saying.
Yep.
You know, oh, it's sin.
Or these scoffers in the comments, they don't know what's going on. Yeah. They don't know what they're talking about. Because you see this prophecy is being fulfilled right in front of our eyes, man. You know, this MOTB is going to roll out soon, man. I really believe, man, when Esau rolled this pandemic out, I believe that's when he going to roll out the charagma as a solution, man, to as a saving you from so-called catching. Yeah. That's what Esau gonna use as an excuse, man.
It could be that, or it could just be the next catastrophic event. You know, because like we always say, the first situation, the 2020 situation, that was a test run. You know, that was a test run to see how you people will react. All right, so now, you know, they've collected their data,
and they were scared.
They're like, okay, so they put on their mask and all that. You know, they listened to us.
Yep, they confirmed too. They did everything.
Exactly. So how would they react when it comes to the chip? You know, okay, they're probably gonna react the same way.
The Esau's just moving chess.
Yeah, exactly. So the next major event,
to the next move.
The next major event, they more than likely through the spirit, we believe they're gonna implement that the RFID CHIP. You know, they're gonna create order out of chaos. They may cause the economy to collapse because you already know the chip is gonna have something to do with currency, right? You won't be able to buy and sell without it and whatnot. You know, so they might cause the economy to collapse, and then they might give you an alternative, be like, hey, you know, if you take this, you know, you'll still be able to operate in society. You know what I'm saying? Order out of chaos. You know,
that's the 33rd degree model with the Freemasons. Man.
Exactly.
Order out of chaos, and most people don't understand that, man. Okay, that's why they call this stuff esoteric, or as they call it, hidden knowledge, as they would say. Yeah. Like the bird in the 33, that they all orchestrate this stuff, man. It's all done by design. Because when you see these race wars and these riot wars, that's order out of chaos. When you see these people looting in these stores and you know, businesses, jobs being destroyed, businesses closing down, and now you're seeing people dropping dead, having heart attacks. It's that order out of chaos that Esau is going to push, man. But see, Yahweh Shai, he warned it. You know, the Lord warned us, man, about, you know, these false prophets and these false teachers, man. You know, to deceive the people. And you got to understand that Yahweh Shai, that the Most High Yahweh, he is a jealous God, man. So if you out here, if you ain't worshiping him, man, and you ain't reading this Bible, man, he will be pissed at you, man. Yes, man, the Lord is a jealous God. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 11, and I'll start at verse 2. This is 2 Corinthians 11, verse 2. For I am jealous over you with godly jealous. For I have exposure you,
Espoused.
spouse you to one husband, that I may present you as a chaste virgin to Christ. But I fear lest by any means, as the serpent beguiled Eve through his subtlety, so your minds should be corrupted from the simplicity that is in the Yahushua Mashiach. For if he that cometh preacheth another Yahushua Mashiach, whom we have not preached, or if ye receive another spirit which ye have not received, or another gospel which ye have not accepted, ye might well bear with him. Okay, so it's gonna be a time, because the Lord was warned, just like during the time when Esau Edom, man, when that snake or beguiled Eve, man, and told Eve to eat from that forbidden tree. And notice how he tried to, that nice sweet talking to Eve, told Eve, oh, well, you can become the goddess, or as they would say,
you will be as God.
Yeah, you will be as God, or you'll be a goddess. That's that self-worship that these Satanists be teaching, man. That self-idol worship, man. Okay, and that's one of the Satan. That's what the Church of Satan teaches, man. That's self-worship, man. And that's what he told Eve, man, to eat that forbidden tree of knowledge, man. And that's what this New Age religion is doing. They're going back from they're using that same thing the serpent did, man.
Yep.
That forbidden tree of knowledge of good and evil, man. That's why we talk about stuff like Theosophical Society, because that's what they teach, man. Because see what they teach, to them, they're teaching that Satan is good, and that Satan is the Jesus. That's what they teach, man.
And that goes back to Egyptology as well.
That's what Egyptology teaches.
They say you are God. You know what I'm saying?
You are God.
Why worship a God when you are God?
Exactly.
That's what they try to teach. And that really just goes back all the way to the beginning, because that's what their whole philosophy was. Because the fruit, that wasn't an actual fruit. Their fruit is symbolic for philosophies and beliefs and whatnot. And pretty much the so-called serpent was trying to feed Eve that belief that if you take hold to this philosophy, you will be like God. So fast forward to right now, they try to feed you the same thing. You are God.
And that's that New Age. Them false apostles that they be teaching. They be having these New Age teachers, like in the Lucius Trust. Lucius Trust used to be called Lucifer's Publishing, but they changed it to Lucius Trust, and they try to make it as something is good, or like they are preaching like something good, as they are teaching Jesus, and people really believe that shit. And that's the sad part, because people I'm telling you, the Lord told us in the last days, people are going to be deceived into this New Age philosophies that they're going to teach the people, because they flat out tell you that they teach philosophy. It tells you in their that they teach philosophy, and the scriptures tell you beware of any philosophy and vain deceit, man. And that's what we're warning you people about, man, because when that New Age, when that satanic New Age comes, man, it's gonna come, man. That darkness is gonna come at your door, man.
Oh, it's already here, actually.
But it's already here. They call it the age of Aquarius. So that you got people tapping into zodiac signs. You got people tapping into all this, but y'all don't even realize all this stuff is on the left hand side, and it's all to deceive you, man. It's all deception.
I want to get there right quick, because like we was just saying, they pretty much tapping into what they was trying to push on Eve in the beginning. All right, being as God and so on and so forth. That's not a different or new philosophy. Right?
There's nothing new is under the sun. I was just going to talk about that.
There's nothing new under the sun. So they're pretty much what they're doing. They're pretty much using the same philosophy that they were trying to push on Eve back in the beginning.
Exactly. They call it new, but really it's from the Garden of Eve. That's what the serpent was teaching. That forbidden tree of knowledge.
It's not new. That's what New Age spirituality is all about. You being God, you being your own God. You being the person that controls your destiny and all that.
And that's why the Theosophical Society, they got the serpent as their symbol, man. Okay, which we know what the serpent. We know the serpent represents Satan, man. See, that's what they're pushing in the New Age, man. And we're warning you people, man, don't fall for it, man. But unfortunately, the Lord told us a lot of people are gonna fall for it, man, because they're going to be deceived, man.
Yep. So this is Genesis chapter 3, and we're gonna start at verse 1.
Oh yeah, I just thought about I was gonna get Genesis where it talked about how the Lord punished the serpent and he's gonna make war. I mean, enmity between the serpent and the seed.
Yeah. I know what
you're talking about.
Yep. So this is Genesis chapter 3 and verse 1. And it says, now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which the Lord Yahweh had made. All right, so that's how you really know it's not even, number one, it's not talking about a real literal serpent. Because it said the serpent was more subtle than any beast. All right, a serpent is not a beast. So that's how you know it's not talking about a literal serpent. All right, the serpent, was just means somebody that's crafty, sneaky or whatever, you know what I'm saying? This was an actual person, So let's continue. It says, and he said unto the woman, ye hath God said, no, Salakia, he said unto the woman, hath God said, ye shall not eat of every tree of the garden. Verse 2, and the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden. Verse 3, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God has said, ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. All right, so Yahweh Shem Shai pretty much told Adam and Eve, like, hey, don't take hold to this doctrine. All right, don't eat this fruit, but you can eat all the fruit or take heed to the ones that's in the garden, But let's continue. Verse 4, and it says, and the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die. So the serpent, the so-called serpent, was pretty much trying to deceive Eve and say, hey, you won't die if you take heed to this doctrine. It's going to be all good.
Yep, everything's going to be all wonderful.
It's going to be all good.
And notice how he tried making it seem like deceive her, like as it was something good. And then that's how he fell for it.
Yep.
And notice how he went after the woman instead of the man. That's why the scriptures say
the woman is the weaker vessel.
Yep. Because she'll easily get caught up in this thing.
Exactly.
And notice majority of the New Agers are mostly women.
Exactly. That's why it's important, for women to ultimately have that head. You know what I'm saying? Because it's easy. When you look at how things are right now, it's easy for women to be deceived by the things that this devil is trying to, push. Like this New Age spirituality stuff like that. It's easy. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's good for a woman to have a head to be so they can be directed down the right path. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, don't do this. This ain't right. It's gonna take you down the wrong path. That's what the man is ultimately set up for. That's why the Lord has set up that order. In the book of First Corinthians, right? The head of Christ, the head of Yahweh Shai is the Most High. The head of man is Yahweh Shai, and the head of the woman is the man, so on and so forth. A specific order was set up for that very reason. But let's continue. It says, verse 4, it says, and the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die. Verse 5, for Yahweh doth know that in that very day, let me read that again. For Yahweh doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be open, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. So, the serpent was pretty much trying to say, you will be as God if you eat of this so-called fruit, all right? Meaning you take hold of this doctrine, because Christianity, they tell you like, oh, this is a real fruit, it's an apple. Nowhere in the scripture does it say it was an apple. This is something that Christianity has ultimately implemented, because they don't understand what the scripture is talking about. It was never a literal fruit, all right?
And Christianity is a part of the New Age.
Exactly. Technically. So the serpent, he's pretty much trying to tell Eve that, hey, if you eat this fruit or listen to this doctrine, you'll be as God. You know what I'm saying? Knowing good and evil. Same thing that's going on right now.
Like the brother was saying with the Egyptology, like Umar and Polite, they be pushing, you are your God.
Yeah.
The black woman is the God.
Yep.
And see that's that deception going back to the garden that they teach, man. That's what they're teaching in the New Age. You are your own God. You could be you are your own God. Ain't gonna be no Christ. You are your own Christ.
Yep.
And that Satan is good, because that's what they teach in the New Age of theosophy. They teach that Satan is ancient wisdom.
Yep.
That's what they teach.
Yeah, that's why the scriptures say, woe to those that call good evil and evil good. Because that's basically what they do. Verse 6, and it says, and when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree to be desired to make one wise, she took the fruit thereof and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat. Right? And that's why Adam, he went off because ultimately, he's supposed to be leading Eve. All right? Adam, he wasn't doing his job either. He was supposed to be leading Eve. But ultimately, initially, yes, Eve was deceived. Right? But then Adam, he got down with it too, because he wasn't playing his role as a man, leading Eve and whatnot. All right. But I want to get this scripture right here where it talks about how our people rather hear the smooth things than the truth, because ultimately that's what you're seeing right now. The serpent, he came to Eve speaking all these smooth things. If you eat of this fruit, you'll be as God. Did you know that? You'll know good and evil. That's what I
want to do that.
Right, yeah, that's exactly what our people love to hear.
That's what they want.
They want the smooth things.
It's like, I'm going to read Genesis 3:15 to make this. Is Genesis 3:15. And I will put Emmett, and I'm going to put Nasalaki. And the most matter of fact, I'll start at verse, I think verse 11. And he said, who told thee that thou wast naked? Hast thou eaten of the tree whereof I command thee that thou shouldest not eat? And the man said to the woman who thou gave be with me, she gave me of the tree, and I did eat it. And the Most High Yahweh said unto the woman, what is this that thou hast done? And the woman said, the serpent beguiled me, and I did eat. And the Most High Yahweh said unto the serpent, because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle and above every beast of the field. Upon thy belly shalt thou go, and thus shalt thou eat all the days of thy life. Verse 15. And I will put enmity, which means enemies. Enmity meaning enemies. Going against. Enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. And her seed, talking about the Israelites, man, that are keeping the laws, statutes, commandments to the best of their abilities, man. Okay, and we'll make it see that serpent represents Esau, Edom, man, and them Canaanites, man. Okay, the so-called white man.
Yeah, because the spirit of Canaan, that's who Esau really is. That the spirit of Canaan reincarnated. Basically.
It goes back to that, like the brother said, man. And yep. And I'm gonna jump down to verse 10. Oh no. 12. No, 13.
I just want to let you know. It said like 20% left.
Okay. Yeah. If so, you can use my phone. Yeah. All right. This is verses 13. For such are false apostles, deceitful workers, transforming themselves into the apostle of Yahushua Mashiach. And no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. And see that, man? That's what they do, man. See Esau, Edom, he ain't gonna come spirit or he ain't gonna come down with no scary, devil ain't gonna come out with no red horns and scary like you would see in your dreams, where you get an attack and stuff, or whether you see it on a TV. He's gonna come as an angel of light. He's gonna come as something good, like this new age stuff. He's gonna make stuff like crystals and tarot cards as wonderful things, and as like he's a wonderful person, just like going back in the serpent. Because notice the serpent didn't come out with scary red horns,
and a pitchfork and all that.
And a pitchfork. He was coming all nice and sweet, innocent, talk to Eve.
Speaking smooth things.
And speaking smooth things, like the brother was saying, man. And see, that's what they're doing. That same crap. That's what they're doing in the new age, man. And that's why they're speaking smooth things. But see, what they don't tell you in their books is that they don't tell you that they teach that Lucifer is light to you. They don't tell you that. They don't tell you that they teach that darkness is light. Like the brother was saying, in Isaiah, woe unto them that call that put light for darkness and darkness for light, man. That put the sweet for bitter and bitter for sweet, man, which is destruction, man. You see, that's why here in this society, that's why they promote bafflement, man. What you think that bafflement represents, man?
Right.
And that's what they promote in America when they do that, them satanic child sacrifice, when they rape and molest these children that they don't talk about, and these children go missing, these people go missing randomly and end up dead with their organs taken out and all this satanic sacrifice. Who you think is doing that, man?
Right.
Esau, Edom, man, and these satanic secret societies, man, or as you would call them, ancient mystery Babylon. Okay, that's why Babylon is called, what was it, the ancient mystery of Babylon, man, because they have satanic religions, man, and they be worshiping these demonic gods, man.
All right. So to add on to what we're talking about, you know how, Satan or the serpent came speaking, smoothly, like the brother just read, the Satan will come in like an angel of light, making it look like it's a good thing, so on and so forth. All right. This is Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 10. All right. And this is what you've seen, in Genesis chapter 3. All right. This is what the serpent was doing. It says, matter of fact, let's start at verse 9. It says, this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord. Right? Verse 10, it says, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. All right? And that's exactly what happened. And it led to Eve being deceived by the serpent. All right? The serpent was ultimately speaking these smooth things. Oh, you'll be God. You'll know good and evil. This, that, another. Pretty much, speaking smooth things to her, and she was deceived by that, right? And it's the same thing that you have going on today. People, get these different smooth things spoken unto them, and they fall for it.
Yep.
All right.
And that's why majority of men are now atheists, and that's why a lot of men are now a bunch of warlocks into this conscious community, and a lot of our women are leaving the Bible to tap into the new age or be witches.
Yep.
That's why you see a lot of these quote unquote spiritual cats practicing this zodiac sign, like you said, Kundalini and all that yoga garbage, man.
Yep.
They be having them graven images in their homes, man. Remember, the Lord is a jealous power, man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if you serving and worshiping these other gods, especially them Egyptology gods, the Lord is pissed at you, man. And remember what the Lord did. He destroyed them gods, man. All them gods got completely destroyed, man. But the Lord said in the book of Judges 10, man, that it's going to be a time, man, where it's going to be a time of trouble so bad to the point where you're going to have to call on your so-called gods that you were worshiping.
God.
And they're going to have to save you in your time of trouble, man. You ain't going to be able to ask us for help, man. That's why the Lord said, go call upon them to save you in your time of trouble, man. Don't call upon us. Right? Because remember, the Bible is tampered with, right? Or the Bible was created by sorcerers and Freemasons, because that's what they'll tell you, man. Okay? Because they're Freemasons and sorcerers, their damn self, man. And the Lord didn't give it to them, man. And the Lord, it was destined for them to be put in these nukes, man.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, why you think Polite is in prison right now, man? Because he got his judgment, man. And very soon he gonna get burnt up in the jail cell, man.
God, if he can make it today, the Lord might bring judgment on him before that. Anything can happen. The Lord, that's how cold the Lord is. He might put him in prison, but the judgment might not be done yet. People get shanked in prison. All of that. Different things happen in prison, so you never know. We might hear something about that. Sometime in the future, especially with what Polite did. You know what I'm saying? He pretty much raped, a little girl, and whatnot. I gotta put it that way because YouTube's algorithm, But yeah, that's pretty much what happened. And then when you go into prison, people don't take light to that. You know what I'm saying? But like, oh, you did that to a little girl or a kid, so hey, they be on you. You're like literally. So that's what I'm saying. Like, hey, the Lord, He can bring more judgment upon Polite. But I want to bring this out. Colossians chapter 2 and verse 8, I believe you mentioned it earlier.
Yep, and then can you jump down to 18?
Yeah,
18.
So this is Colossians chapter 2 and verse 8, and it says, beware, lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceits, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after the Hamashiach. All right, and that's exactly, you got to be aware of these things.
Yep.
You know, because that's what's going on. People getting, you know, deceived by the philosophies of this world, right? Christianity, Islam, you know, whatever the case may be.
Well, and the crazy thing about it, brother, is they tell, in the New Age, they tell you that they teach philosophy. Like, it's on one of this, like for example, like the Theosophical side, they tell you that they teach philosophy on the left-handed side, man. But the Lord told you to beware of that stuff, man. If it ain't about the Most High, if they're teaching of Satan, man, that's not of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. If they're teaching darkness is light, that's not of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. They're telling you to follow Hinduism, Buddhism, Islam, and all these satanic religions and these false pagan gods, man. They're not of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, man. They're of the world, man. Okay? These people, they're of the world, man. And that's what they're there to do, man. They're there to deceive you, man. Okay? Because they're trying to push that great New Age deception, man. 'Cause that's what they want to do, man. In these last days, man. Because they know their time is short, man. And they know that they're not going to be able to create their satanic Luciferian New World Order kingdom that they want to try and bring about. Because the Lord gonna destroy all of that, man. The Lord gonna do away with all of that. Matter of fact, I got something, brother.
Yep.
This is 2 Thessalonians. Yeah. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, and I'll start at verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worship, so he as God sitteth the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. And see, like we were talking about in the New Age, that's that man of sin. That's talking about Esau, Edom, man. Like in the New Age, that's what they teach, man. That you are gods, and they sit themselves above Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, like they're better than Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. You are God. You're better than Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Just like going back to when the serpent told Eve that she could be a god, man, if she would eat the forbidden tree of knowledge, man. That's what these New Age devils are teaching, man. But the Lord told you, hey, man, don't fall for it, man.
God.
And this is verse 5. Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things? So remember, man, Yahweh Shai told us, he warned us all these things were going to happen, man. And he's saying, wasn't I with you? And I told you all these things, man. But see, here it is, you people, y'all don't even want to listen to Yahweh Shai, man. Y'all don't want to listen to the prophets and the men of the Lord. Y'all would rather listen to these satanic New Agers, man. Okay? And this is verse 6. And now ye know what holdeth, that he might be revealed in his time. For the mystery of iniquity doeth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. So the Lord is letting Esau doing all these wicked things, man. Because the Lord going to get rid of him. The Lord is going to get rid of him anyway, man. So he's letting Esau promote this New Age satanic crap, man, and all this bafflement and Satanism, man. Because once World War III happens and once that Charagma is implemented, now the Lord is going to take Esau, Edom out of the way, and these Satanists, man.
God. And that God goes back to what I was going to bring out at the beginning of this video, you know, how the scriptures talk about how her sins have reached unto heaven. You know what I'm saying? Because everything that America has done, who's ruling America? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Everything that Esau has done, it has reached to heaven. He has a long track record. And the Lord, he's paying attention to that. So that's going back to what you just said. The Lord, he's letting these devils do what they do. Okay, then he's eventually going to take these devils out and take them out of power. All right, and the elites of these people, they're going to be placed in chains like the scriptures say. They're going to be bound in chains. You know, they ain't just going to get away scot-free, you know. So this is Revelation chapter 18. We're going to start at verse 1. It says, and after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. Verse 2, and he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, is fallen and has become the habitation of devils and the hold of every foul spirit and the cage of every unclean and hateful bird. Because you already know, according to Isaiah chapter 47 and various other scriptures, it talks about how America is going to be desolate. It's going to be a place for desert animals to be inhabited. You know, so this is what that's going into. All right, verse 3, and it says, "For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication." All right, that wine represents like the philosophies and the ways of America, Babylon the Great. That's why you see a lot of these different countries, they take on the ways of Babylon the Great.
Yep,
all right, yeah, you know, alphabetism.
Yep,
all right, that's the main thing. That's the main thing. You know, and all that really stems from America. All right, because America, you know, under the presidential of the presidency of Obama, you know, that's where same-sex marriages came from. All right, it came from America under Obama. All right, and then you start seeing other countries slowly progress to that. All right, so yes, you know, the other countries and other nations, they've drunken of the wine of Babylon the Great. All right,
because it all goes back to because you know all of the majority of your so-called presidents are Freemasons. Because when you go and really they're the ones pushing witchcraft, because it was what's his name? Ronald Reagan would go to this a sorcerer named Jean Dixon.
Yeah.
She was a Edomite she was a witch, man, a sorcerer, as they call them, fortune tellers.
Yeah,
like they quote unquote tell you the future. They're psychics.
Yeah.
They so-called tell you your future and predict your so-called future. When it ain't nothing but deception, man. And they get their stuff from the left-handed side, man.
Yep.
But here it is. So our so-called majority of our so-called presidents were practicing New Age stuff, or tapping into us, our so-called getting stuff from psychics like Jean Dixon, man.
Yep.
Okay, what you think America is founded on? That's why the scriptures tell you, Nahum, even though like it was talking about Nineveh. But it's also talking about America, the mother of witchcrafts, man, and of harlots, man. 'Cause that's what they promote here in America, that witchcraft and Satanism is okay, is good. And people should embrace that. People should embrace stuff like Harry Potter, you know, Sabrina the Witch, Wicca, or Wiccans.
Yep.
And people should embrace that as a great thing.
Yeah, they glorify that.
And they glorify that shit like that's great, man. Because we all know in the scriptures, if you was a witch, you would have got stoned to death, man,
exactly.
on the spot. You would have got burnt up. You would have got stoned to death. You got killed, man.
Yep.
But here in Babylon, they're glorifying that shit. Now you got women coming out saying that they're witches, coming out saying that they're not even hiding it. There was this one woman, she was out, she said, I'm coming out now, and you know, I'm a witch. You know, I ain't even gonna hide it.
Yeah, they try to
they're proud about it.
They glorify so much to the point where they say, oh, I'm not a bad witch, I'm a good witch.
Yeah, that's what they say. There's no such, they'll use black magic or white magic, which is good magic. Yep. There's no such thing as fucking good magic. All of it is bad. Yeah. All of it is evil, man.
Right, because at the end of the day, it's still on the left-hand side. If that power ain't coming from Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, it's on the left-hand side.
That's the same thing. You getting the same thing from what the serpent told Eve.
Exactly.
You eat from the tree of good and evil, good things are gonna come out of it. That's the same thing.
Yeah.
That's exactly what the New Age teaches. That this white magic, white magic and black magic, it's not. It's good.
Right.
And you know this. You know, casting spells on people is to heal and to help people. Right. It's a great thing. And the sad part is people really believe that shit, man. And then and then another thing they do, they promote these reality TV shows, and majority of them are witches now. And you got a lot of women watching that shit, thinking that shit is okay. Now these women are practicing and tapping into this shit, man.
Right.
Like it's great and hunky-dory and great, man. But when it's not, man, it's the complete opposite, man.
Right.
And you people that are tapping into this, you know, you witches, y'all gonna be destroyed, man. The Lord gonna kill y'all. Let that woman in Los Angeles be an example for you so-called women that want to be witches or spiritual women. Let her be an example. The Lord took her ass out, man. Them demons killed her, man. Completely, man. She killed her man. She killed her baby. Yeah, that was damn near killed her daughter.
Yeah, that was during that the eclipse that happened on the what was this? was it the 9th?
Yep.
Yeah, it was last month. Yeah, that's happened during the eclipse.
So hey, man, Salak.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. It's already at like an hour and 40-some minutes, so
Huh.
I don't think I got really too much left.
Okay.
Unless you got something.
I got a little bit left.
Yeah.
Yep. So hey, man. So keep playing with the Most High, man. Hey, man. Like the brother said, the damage is already done.
Yeah, it's already done.
It's already done. Our people are already tapping into this shit. Our people are being led away from these scriptures and are now tapping into the dark side of the new age.
Yeah.
The satanic new age, man. But the damage is already done, man. And only those that are into it, man, and that are into the scriptures, man, and that's Yahweh Shem Yahushai, those are the only ones that are going to be saved, man. And this is
Salakia. I want to finish this off.
Okay,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, so it's all good. This is Revelation chapter 18, and we're gonna read verse 3 again. It says, "For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her." All right, meaning these other nations, the kings of these other nations, they've had some type of dealings with America, Babylon the Great, whether it's been through business, trading, whatever the case may be. All right, and it says, "And the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies." Verse 4, and it says, "I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, they be not partakers of her sins, and they receive not of her plagues." All right, this is dealing with the deliverance of the elect. All right, because before the destruction comes to Babylon the Great, the elect is going to be taken out of this place. All right, that's why it says, "Come out of her, my people," so you don't be partakers of her sins, and that you receive not of her plagues, because great plagues are coming to America, Babylon the Great.
Yep.
All right, destruction is coming to Babylon the Great through the way of thermonuclear missiles and fire that's going to be coming from the chariots.
Yep.
All right, this place is going to be desolate. All right, it's going to be a memorial.
Done away with.
Yeah, done away with. It's going to be left dead. It's going to be left as a memorial to anybody else that want to do wicked. Because America, Babylon the Great, is the epitome of wickedness. All right, so the Lord is going to make an example out of this place. The same way that he did Sodom and Gomorrah.
And like when he turned Lot's wife into a pillar of salt, man. That's what's going to happen in Babylon and America. And remember, man, we're going to tell you people, don't look back, man. Don't continue to participate in here in America, and don't take that charagma, man. Just like when the angels told Lot's wife not to look back, she did it anyway, man. And her ass got turned to a pillar of salt. And if you people want to partake in Babylon still, y'all want to stay here because y'all still want to live it up. And y'all end up taking that charagma, man. You're gonna turn into a pillar of salt, just like Lot's wife, man.
Right. Ultimately, man, you're gonna be turned to ashes. You know what I'm saying? Because then that's what's gonna happen. Those of you Israelites that don't want to come up out of Babylon the Great, don't want to leave the world behind, hey, you're gonna be turned into a pillar of salt, or you're gonna be turned to ashes. All right. Let's continue. Verse 5, and it says, "For her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai had to remember her iniquities." All right. So Esau, Edom's sins and America's sins have reached unto heaven. All right, and the Lord has remembered her iniquities. All right, all the way from the captivity of the northern kingdom. All right, because they went to captivity first, and then all the way to the captivity of the southern kingdom. All right, and then all the stuff that they're doing right now. All right, the witchcraft, the new age stuff, the child sacrifice, the trafficking they do. All right, all the stuff that Esau Edom is doing has reached unto heaven.
Yep.
All right.
Freemasons, the Kabbalah, the Theosophy Society,
all of that.
Helena Blavatsky, all of them.
Yeah, all of that. The alphabetism.
Yep. Alphabet people.
All of that has reached unto heaven. The Lord, He's finna reward Babylon the Great, Esau Edom, so-called white man, double. Exactly. And it's gonna be double. That's what the scripture finna say. Verse 6, and it says, "Reward her even as she rewarded you, double unto her double according to her works, and the cup which she had filled to her double." All right, so hey, the punishment or the things that Esau Edom has done, he's about to receive double. That's why the scriptures say that he's going to be in captivity serving us for 1,000 years. All right, because ultimately we had to serve Esau Edom for not quite 1,000 years, but it's been several hundreds of years. So Esau Edom, he's finna get double our captivity. All right, and along with these other nations as well. All right, You know, verse 7, it says, how much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she saith in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow.
Yep, and that's what's going to happen to Esau, Edom in the Antichrist, man.
Yep.
They're going to get tormented, man, and destruction, man.
Yeah.
And if you read in I believe, what is it, Psalms 58, where we're gonna wash our feet in the blood of the wicked, man.
Mm-hmm.
And hey, in that day, man, we're gonna be happy, man. But see, these people that are promoting that satanic antichrist spirit, which is Esau, Edom, man, they're gonna get destroyed, man, and they're going to suffer. They're gonna have pain and torment. And Most High say He's gonna double it to them, man, triple it, man.
They're gonna have to serve a hardcore bondage the same way that we did, you know, and it's gonna be far worse. You know, we probably ain't gonna do the same exact, you know, stuff like we did to them, like, you know the vile, wicked stuff they did, like, you know, taking our women and, you know, raping them and yeah, we, you know, because that would be against Torah, that'd be against the law. You know, if a man has a wife, we ain't supposed to be touching her like that, you know. But see, Esau, Edom being the wicked man that he is, you know, he did
He's
that.
The one that
exactly.
We ain't supposed to do that.
Yeah, we ain't supposed to do that. We had whole wives and stuff, but Esau didn't give a damn about that. You know, he took our wives and did whatever he wanted to them. See, us being, you know, the righteous seed, we ain't gonna stoop that low and whatnot, you know. But best believe He's gonna have to build up our cities. He's gonna have to serve us the same way that we had to serve Him, so on and so forth. All right.
Yep.
So yeah, I believe that's pretty much. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get this verse 8, and then you can bring out what you bring out.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll just bring out two more. And
I really want to try to keep it all in one video.
Yeah, I understand.
If possible.
Yeah. I'm gonna make it short. We can make it all short, and then just cut it.
Yeah. Yeah, because last time I checked, it was on 10%, so it's probably gonna say 5%.
And once you get 5, you can use mine, and we're gonna do just one part.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be able to get through it before it even dies. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, verse 8, it says, therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, who judgeth her. All right, so all these things getting ready to come upon Babylon the Great: death, famine, mourning, you know, and fire. And that's the ultimate judgment. America being turned into the lake of fire by the way of thermonuclear missiles and the concentrated fire that's going to come from the chariots, the so-called UFOs. All right, you know. So yeah, you go ahead and bring out what you want to bring out.
I'll bring out my last two. This is 2 Thessalonians 2 and verse 8. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Most High shall consume with the spirit of His mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of His coming, man. And see, He's doing that through the prophets, man. That's why you see these small ads being exposed. Now that's why they want to
ban the Bible.
Get rid of ban the Bible, man. Okay? And through the prophets, that's why we're exposing the new age, man. We're exposing that darkness that they're teaching, man. That Satanism on the left hand side that they're teaching, man. And the Lord is going to destroy them, man. And then Esau, Edom, He's going to use His signs and lying wonders. Like, for example, when they used that guy who was decapitated, and they gave him the charagma, and then now he can walk again. He's not decapitated anymore. And very soon Esau gonna say, if you take this charagma, you can fly in the sky. But see, that's that deception that Esau gonna use, just like in the New Age, man. Going back to the serpent, man.
That's exactly what he's gonna do. He's gonna try to use that mark. Say you can see again if you can't see. You can walk again if you can't walk. You know, so on and so forth. You know, that's what this devil is gonna do. This is the same play. This is a play that he's been using since the beginning. You know.
Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all powers and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And for this cause the Most High shall send them a strong delusion, that they should believe a lie, that they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but have pleasure in unrighteousness. But we are bound to give thanks away to the Most High for you, brethren beloved of the Most High, of the Lord, because the Most High have from the beginning chosen you to the salvation through the sanctification of the Spirit and belief of the truth, man. So guess what, man? You You should be thankful that the Lord chose you, man. You got these Christians saying God gonna save everybody. No, man. The Lord chose you, man. That's why you got to be thankful, man, that you know all of this stuff, because the Lord gave it to you, man. The Lord gave us this playbook about what's going to happen. He gave us on the right-hand side stuff and the left-handed side stuff, but he told us to stay away from the left-handed side stuff. But for you people that don't understand the Bible and that don't want to know the Bible, man, y'all damn, man, and y'all fucked, man. And y'all gonna fall for the satanic new age like in theosophy of Helena Blavatsky that they teach, man. Y'all gonna fall for that satanic stuff, man. And y'all gonna
fall for that chip.
And you gonna fall and you gonna end up taking that charagma too, man. And with all deceivableness, man, y'all gonna perish, man. When y'all take that charagma, man, y'all gonna die, man. Like when we was reading in Revelation, they gonna have
grievous
swords, man.
They gonna have grievous swords.
Y'all gonna perish completely, man. And I got one more scripture, man. And for you people that are tapping into all these different religions like Hinduism, Buddhism, Muslim, all of that, y'all are damn, man. Talking about it's many ways to the Most High when there's only one way, man. All them other paths lead to destruction. The New Age leads to destruction, man. All them other religions, they lead to destruction. Oprah's selling you that bullshit.
Yeah, Steve
Joel Osteen
was Steve Harvey, he said the same thing. Steve Harvey said the same thing. He's talking about there's many ways to God. You don't have to just one way. You got Christianity, Islam, this, that, and other.
Yup. And then you had Joel Osteen. He was preaching that New Age garbage, and he had satanic celebrities like Lady Gaga at her concert, man. Yep. Wait a minute. You're supposed to be about God, but you got Kanye West and Satanists like Lady Gaga in the church, man. What do they have to do with the Most High? They ain't got nothing to do with the Most High, man, because they sold out to Satan, man. All of them. And we know how demonic and satanic Lady Gaga and them are. Because one time she said she put urine in her product, like Sexy Red said she put and she said she put human blood in it too, man. And see that's the type shit that be going on. But that's what they do, man. They're Satanists, man. They're of the Antichrist, man. Esau Edom is of the devil, the Antichrist, man. He ain't got nothing to do with our people, man. And see, you people, and see, this is why, and one more point, before we close it out, man. You people better take heed to these scriptures, man, because that time is coming, man. That the famine of the word is hidden. You see all the stuff that's going on. You see what they're doing with the Russia and the Ukraine situation. Now they talking about how Putin wants to team up with Kim Jong-un, man. Hey, man, once that hits America, man, once World War III kicks off, that's it, man. Once Esau gets that treaty official signed.